Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Welcome to today's video. I look like shit and it's not because anything bad happened to me. Well, you could say something bad happened to me. Today has been a roller coaster of emotions. And it's been that way for me today because a lot has been happening on the internet. A lot has been happening on Nigeria on Twitter. I don't know how it started. But I literally woke up today. Today's Tuesday, by the way. It's the 3rd of July. For anybody watching this in the future, so that you know exactly what I'm talking about. And a lot of timelines and a lot of people are talking about sexual assault and rape. And they're talking about sexual assault and rape from like a really, it's like literally girls in secondary school talking about how they were raped, assaulted, blackmailed by men older or even in the same school as them. And it really struck a chord with me. This isn't the first time we're discussing sexual assault and rape and consent on Twitter, on Nigerian Twitter. It's just the first time it has literally hit me very hard. All the other times they've been talking about sexual assault, I retweet, I put in my like 1 or 2 tweets here and I leave it. But today I just felt like I had to talk. I was a sexual assault victim in secondary school. You guys don't know, I've probably made some allusions here or there where I'll be like, okay, one day I'll be strong enough to talk about this. One day I'll be strong enough to talk about this. But I don't know if I'll ever be strong enough to talk about it. Sexual assault is not something I don't think anybody becomes strong enough to talk about. It's just something you talk about, you accept the emotions, you put on your big girl panties and you move right the fuck along. And that has been me. Like, I remember everything and I'm living this life, and it's always at the back of my mind that I've been sexually assaulted. Twice, by the way. The first time was in secondary school and I was in GS2. I was a Muslim and it was during Ramadan. I'm not saying this, I'm not lying. I remember his first name but I don't remember his last name, but he was from a very big family. His name was Tayo. And if you went to my secondary school, I'm pretty sure you're gonna remember this incident. He's from a very big family. I cannot for the life of me remember his last name. And this is not me trying to hide him at all. So I was either 12 or 13. I honestly cannot remember. And okay, so this night we went to mosque. We went to go and pray. And he was a Muslim, that's true. And after we prayed, we were walking back. And now the way it was set up in my secondary school, which was the Bells Comprehensive Secondary School, which is in Ogun State, is that time we were on old sites. So where Bells Technology is right now is where the secondary school used to be. We were walking back and okay, so the mosque was on the top of the hill. So this is how the school was set up. The school was on a slope. It was on a hill, and the boys section, the boys classes, the boys hostel was all on that side. Then here was the cafeteria and the labs, and the football fields are back here, and in the middle were other labs. So down the slope here were other labs. There was the mosque for Muslim students, and then down the hill were the girls' hostels and the girls' classes, and then down at the bottom of the hill were the primary school. That's what it was. So we went to mosque during Ramadan, and that's like in the middle, and all the labs were here. And Tayo was very well known. He was an SS2 or either SS1 or SS2, and he had a younger sibling. He had somebody that was in primary school with my brother, and back then I was very protective of my brother because we literally moved from Saudi Arabia where we were very comfortable. I took the mantle of being very protective of my brother. So Tayo used to go to the primary school section a lot because number one, he was a boy, he was allowed there a lot, but two, he had siblings in primary school. So after prayer one day, Tayo came to me and told me, oh, he has a message, he has to talk to me, He has a message from my brother. He has a message from my brother. And I was like, oh shit, is everything okay? He was like, no, come with me. And he took me to where one of the labs were. And in my head, I was like, okay, this is weird. Why can't we just talk like on the way back? Why can't you just like on the way back to girls' school? But obviously, he couldn't walk me there because he couldn't walk to girls' school with me because Bells was a literal social experiment. Boys and girls were kept in the same compound, but were not allowed to interact with each other, which is terrible. Terrible for teenagers with hormones, like, terrible. He took me to a side of the Intratech lab. I'll never forget this. And he came really close to me, and I pushed him away. I was like, what are you doing? What's going on? And I was like, oh, he wants to tell me something. And I was like, okay, what do you want to tell me? And he goes, am I okay? Is my heart beating? What is going on? And I was like, I'm not okay. I was just like, what do you want to tell me? What do you want to tell me? And he took his hand, he put it on my chest. He put it really low. Like, it was kind of like on my boob, but on my chest at the same time. He was like, I was like, and I couldn't move because he just touched me there. And I was just like remembering it is just like bringing back all the memories and stuff. And he was like, why is my heart beating so fast? And I'm like, because I don't know what you want to do to me. What do you want? What do you want? And he was like, okay. And he took his hand off, and I literally ran. I ran all the way back to girls' school. And I remember shouting and crying and screaming like, oh my god, what the fuck just happened? What the fuck just happened? What the fuck just flying happened? Back to girls' school, and I reported to one of my house mistresses what happened, and they were like, oh shit. They literally sprung up into action. And I reported him, and there was like a investigative tribunal, and he got suspended from school for 2 weeks. And a lot of people will say he didn't do anything, he didn't penetrate me, he didn't rape me, but what he did was still sexual assault. He touched my breasts. He took me to that corner to do something to him, and God knows if I don't know what happened that touched his heart, but he didn't do anything to me apart from touching me on my chest and touching my breast. I don't know what caused that. I don't know what happened that he just stopped, and he took his hand off, and as soon as he did that, I ran. I took off. The worst thing wasn't the fact that the thing happened to me. I think the worst thing was living with it. And I went to a boarding school, and I was reminded after 2 weeks he was back chilling, laughing with his guys, and I had to live with knowing that this guy was still walking on school grounds, and I would see him, and he was a Muslim, so I saw him doing prayer. Another terrible aftermath of the whole thing was his family. His family is huge. He was from a big polygamous Yoruba family. His sisters were my seniors. After the incident happened, they punished me a lot, and they left me alone because I would report them. And I remember one of the sisters coming to tell me that, why am I talking about this? Why am I talking about Tayo? That I should leave Tayo alone. I shouldn't report him. And I told my house mistresses about what happened, and she came back to tell me that, oh, why did I go and tell them that I came to meet you, da 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 da. And I remember I got punished for a little bit. Like, seniors would they would actively point me out and punish me for a bit, but after that, they kind of left me alone because they knew, I think God touched them. They probably knew. They were like, this was not what they were supposed to do. I remember Tayo's mom wrote a letter to me and my mom. I think my mother still has that letter, where she apologized. Well, apparently Tayo wrote it, but Tayo's mom gave it to my mom, or gave it to somebody to give it to me and my mom. And Tayo basically apologized for what he did, and he will never do it again, and something like that. It's something that I've had to deal with, and something that I live with for my life. I don't know what it is about men, but why is it that they believe that they have the right to our bodies? Why do you men believe that you have the right to touch me, to have sex with me, you want to have sex with me, and you want me to be submissive. You want everything. You want me to give up my entirety of my life. You want me to just submit everything that I am to you because you apparently are better than me. You are apparently more, because you are stronger than me, because you are better than me, because I am a woman with breasts and a vagina, apparently I am less than human. And I have constantly struggled with that concept my whole entire life, because one, I am a woman. I do not see myself as less than any man out there. And if you're watching this, you are not better than me. I am on equal paths. I'm on the equal same stage as you. Just because I have breasts does not mean you are better than me. Does not mean you are entitled to my fucking body. Does not mean you are entitled to who I am. I am a full fucking human being with a life and with everything ahead of her. Does not give you the right to want to touch me, or does not give you can want to touch me, but you do not have to touch me. You can want to be with me, but you do not have to be with me. You can this is just, it's like, why is it rocket science to men? No means no. You are not entitled to my body, or you are not entitled to my spirit. You are not entitled to anything that is me. Just because I am a woman does not mean you are entitled to me. You're not entitled to my space. Do you know that I hate walking outside of my gate because I hate when men, I hate walking outside because men follow me. I have been followed in my estate so many times that on days that I am at home, I barely leave the house. Like, I look like this, I look like shit because I don't want to leave the house. And even when I leave the house, I change into a dirty shirt. You guys know that gray shirt that I have, that Tunde has, that has makeup all over it? I keep it that way because it's a defensive mechanism. I was just on the phone with Tunde and I broke down in tears and I was explaining to him that you complain that the shirt is dirty all the time, that when am I gonna wash it? And I don't wash it for the reason because I think being dirty and unattractive will make men leave me alone. But guess what? It doesn't. I walk out of my house in basketball shorts and a dirty shirt covered in makeup and men still follow me. I used to think it's because I used to wear jeans and a nice shirt. I used to think that, and then men would follow me and be like, you know what, I need to leave the house looking like a piece of shit because men don't want to be near a piece of shit. But guess what? Men will still follow me. I'm tired, men. Why? Why? What do we have to do to tell you to leave us alone? Women just want to have a full fucking life, and it doesn't have to be with you in it. You don't have to follow us. Why? Why do you follow us? Why do you rape us? Why do you assault us? Why? I'm just letting you know that it happened to me. It's wrong. It's a reality to different women, to every woman. If you're a man and you're watching this, I want you to really look within your heart and ask all the women around you. Have you been sexually assaulted? Have you been inappropriately touched? Has somebody spoken to you in a way that made you feel uncomfortable? Has anybody ever tried to do any of these things to you? And if you ask with an open heart, the women in your life will open up and they will tell you what they're going through. I don't know what we women in Nigeria or what women in general around the world have to do to make you guys stop. Just stop. Stop raping us. Stop assaulting us. Just stop. It's not rocket science. Just don't force yourself on a woman. No means no. When she's drunk, there's no way she can give you consent. When she's drunk and passed out, she can't say yes, so she can't say no. Leave her alone. I'm pretty sure a lot of people are gonna think I'm doing this for views or anything, but I'm just doing this because I have to share. I have to let the world know that, or people, I don't even know if this gets one view, fuck. But I'm just tired of seeing this thing happen all the time on my timeline, and I'm tired of seeing shit like this every day. If you guys remember the story I told you about how I got dumped on Valentine's Day, I was raped by that boy. And I found out on Twitter that he got married. I swear I did not know how to feel. I couldn't believe that my rapist got married. And the girl he got married to was in my university as well. And I don't know if she heard, because like when the situation happened, I did tell a bunch of people, and a bunch of people did hear about it. And I do remember people coming up and talking to me about it, and I told them, yeah, this guy did this to me, don't go near him, don't do this, don't, you know. So I don't know if she heard, or I don't know if she did it. I'm that's not my place to go to him and to be like, or go to her and be like, yo, your husband raped me. Because I mean, I don't know, what is it gonna do? Are you gonna divorce him? I mean, with the way we carry marriage in our heads in Nigeria, I doubt that's gonna happen. And I was raped by him, and I lost my virginity to him. Like, he raped me, and that's how I lost my virginity. And I remember him telling me that I finally broken the walls of Jericho, because I had put up a front. I told him we would make out. Yes, he was my boyfriend. We would make out, but I told him I was a virgin, and I was not ready to have sex with him. I was not completely ready to have sex with him. And that night, I was in his room on his bed. His roommates were not there. His roommates were outside on the porch. The way like they were outside. And his room was the right room. So in the room, you turn left, people would chill. There was like a chilling area. And I remember him overpowering me, and I was shouting stop. I was shouting stop, and at one point I just had to let go, because I was like, this is it. I can't just fight against this anymore. And when he was done, he said, I finally broke the walls of Jericho. And I was just like, wow. God, I can't believe I'm sharing this. I don't know how the comment section of this video is going to be, but I think I'm going to have to close it, because I know how people can get on the internet. I'm probably going to have to just, I don't know. I don't know if I'm doing any harm. I don't know if I'm doing any good, but I'm just going to have to, like, if you're out there and you're hearing this, know that you will get through this. It will be at the back of your head. It will leave you with baggage. It will leave you with scars. It will leave you questioning everything, every fiber of your being. It will leave you asking yourself questions like, did I deserve it? Was it my fault? What could I do? It will leave you asking questions, but my dear, I want to let you know that you are so fucking strong. I want you to know that you are stronger than everything that has happened to you, and you will make it through. I promise you that you will be fine. For some time you won't be fine, because all you'll do is cry and think about it, but you will be able to press forward and move forward. You will allow your experiences to make you strong, and allow your experiences to push you forward. But I want you to know that this will not define you, and this will not be the crown that you live with. It will not be the burden that you will carry. It will not define your life. I just hope this has helped somebody in a way. I don't know how. I hope people talk. I hope this starts a conversation. We already have conversations, but we need more. We need to talk more. We do, we really, really do. Thank you guys for watching this video. Whoever watches it, because I'm not going to promote this. I'm just going to put it up and hope people see this and start a conversation. I'm not going to be like, yo, new video. I'm just going to put it up on the internet and be like, this happened to me. Let's have a conversation. That is it. I have a summer lookbook that's supposed to come out in a few days. I don't know if I'm going to push it another week, because I don't know what this video will do. Thank you guys for the support. Thank you guys for always being there. If you want to subscribe. If you don't, I'll see you guys in my next video.